A player that has never even so much as unlocked wall breakers has made it to Legend League with just goblins. Check out how they did it, and we try the attack in today's episode. What is going on? Welcome and welcome back, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. It is your host, Galadon. Thank you guys so much for choosing to stop by. Please do hit that subscribe button if you like. Before you leave, turn on notifications because I promise, as always, to bring you the earliest and most accurate update information. And today, well, it's definitely strange but true. This is Tuga Goblins, formerly featured in one of my strange but true episodes, but under a different name, has now made it to Legend League using only goblins. Now, this attack is not impossible to replicate. In fact, at the end of today's episode, I will actually use it in Legend League and see how we can do. But let's check it out in the meantime against a variety of bases. So this is Tuga Goblins pushing up through Titan League. So obviously not tough bases right here, just a Town Hall 11. But what do you think? A 1-star, a 2-star? How about a 3-star using goblins against this Town Hall 11? Now, normally I wouldn't feature this type of attack if it were just a Town Hall sniped just to grab a few trophies on the way up the leaderboards. But no, this is going to be a total destruction, 100% damage on this Town Hall 11 with goblins. How would you feel if you logged onto your account and saw this and realized that you had been tripled by essentially just goblins? Now, of course, Tuga does have a clan castle full of troops in the wall wrecker, has some pretty tough heroes, some maxed out spells, and then about 280 or so goblins. So check it out, as it is a version of the old goblin knife. The goblins are funneling goblins. Okay, now first of all, if they of course funnel the heroes and get that siege machine in there, but then notice what happens. This pathway created to the town hall is going to serve as a knife to get the goblins into the core as well, just in case the siege machine contents aren't enough to take out the town hall. In fact, right here, notice as the wall wrecker goes down, it doesn't succeed in taking down the final wall between the wall wrecker itself and the town hall, but the jump spell is there just in case, and of course the contents pour on out. Bowlers, max level bowlers out of that clan castle, easily wiping out the town hall. And in the meantime, yes, we're already past 2/3 damage on this base. And of course, Town Hall 13, nearly maxed out heroes are going to have a heyday with a Town Hall 11 base. But the goblins doing work of their own. A great job right there, raging through those storages, any sort of resource building. And remember, the big key here is now that the town hall has become a storage, it didn't used to be. It was probably a year and a half ago or so that it became a storage. Now the goblins will target the town hall, and that has completely changed any sort of goblin attacks, especially at high levels. So here it is. That's right, with 69 swagged goblins, didn't even need all of his goblins. He drops 211. But let's move on, because before you ask, let's see what he can do with a nearly maxed out Town Hall 13. Now, of course, this is a slightly offset Town Hall, but you'll see in the video, even ring-style bases can fall victim to this. And this is Tuga Goblins now in Legend League. Happen to come by and visit my clan, use code Galadon. Hey, use code Galadon. I always forget about that. Did you get a chance? Have you renewed code Galadon down in settings, more settings? If you would, before you ever make a purchase in-game, I would appreciate it greatly. It funds not only keeping the lights on around here, but giving back to charity every month. And of course, over 200 gold passes for free this month. Thank you guys again for using code Galadon. All right, so let's check it out. Tuga Goblins going after, yes, Galadon 13.0. This is one of my better war bases, which I did expose in a recent video. If you're looking for these links, you need to join my Discord. Discord.gg/Galadon Gaming is where all of my base links exist all of the time. So check it out. Tuga's use of funneling goblins right here to make sure that the Archer Queen kind of heads down the alleyway that I have on this base. So it exposes the town hall, but it also is going to create that critical funnel that the other troops are going to need to get to the core of this base, or in this case, just get to the town hall. So notice that Tuga is not just going for a 1-star. And that's a usual behavior amongst any sort of lower level town hall pushers or rushed pushers, anybody who is trying to get high in trophies where they're probably over their heads. They're almost always just trying to snipe for 1 star, take out the town hall on the edge, take out enough buildings to just barely grab 50%. But Tuga going after it, going after the 2-star, taking out the town hall and getting the damage, that 50%. So notice the beautiful funnel right here, also taking down about a quarter of this base. And then in comes the wall wrecker from this angle that's not obviously just after the town hall. Again, after more percentage points right here, the wall wrecker unfortunately does kind of get stuck on the corner of the wall, but check out the jump spell as now the funnel is complete. And as the wall wrecker falls, it still is going to have its contents dump right out onto the town hall. Yes, that's a rage spell, a clone spell, and they all roll right in, and the bowlers get the job done. There's an ice golem, at least one ice golem in there as well, which was kind of cool. Helps stall that damage out of the town hall. And then, just as an insurance policy, beautiful goblins get in there, get the job done, and they even speed out of the way of the Giga Bomb before it can go off. They're not even affected by the slow, because they've gotten out of the way so quickly that they didn't even look back. So beautiful attack from Tuga Goblins right here, picking up a 2-star against a nearly maxed out Town Hall 13. Needless to say, I was pretty shocked. Okay, this surprised me to see. Now, this is not the first time that anybody has done this, but let me tell you, I was entertained. I had a lot of fun, and so did the other guys and gals in use code Galadon. Yes, we have female members. There are girls in there. But yeah, okay. So let's check out another one. This is another live attack. This is in Titan. So now here's Tuga in Titan 1 going after a base that to you and I seems pretty difficult for goblins to grab a 2-star. Now, Tuga, again, starts out with this whole funneling thing, getting those outside pumps, mines, storages out of the way, which of course is not only accruing percentage towards that 50% star, but also helping to funnel the troops so that everybody else can work on getting to the town hall, and here they come from the top. Now, this does take some examination of a base like this. Obviously, Tuga saw that the storages right here would be easily wiped out by the goblins, and once those are down, you'll notice the wall wrecker is going to create that knife entry into the core of the base, and there is going to be a direct line from the 12 o'clock side of this base all the way down to the town hall, because shortly it will be the nearest structure to the drop-off point at the very top of the base. So even if the bowlers, clone spell, freeze spell, or ice golems and the rage don't get to the town hall, watch this. A small army of goblins goes straight to the town hall, and even with all of the damage, the Archer Queen, the multi-target Inferno on top of the town hall, and the Expos, no chance. There it is. The goblins get the job done, and it's funny to watch. It is entertaining, let me tell you. I don't know. I did not get tired of watching Tuga's replays over and over in our clan, and man, he had a lot to share. I mean, he made it legitimately to Legend League. So I thought, hey, Tuga, try out Galadon's famous Dark Elixir Trap Troll base. Can we hold off Tuga from a 2-star with this base, which has definitely thrown off some attackers? It's very unusual. I'm not saying it's the greatest base of all time, and obviously at the top of the screen here, you can see that with all of those resource buildings up there, it seems like the 50% for damage would be relatively easy to grab. Now, of course, remember, this base, along with all of my bases, are always listed on my Discord server, discord.gg/Galadon Gaming. So if you guys want one of these bases to try out for yourself, or you want to share a base that maybe you think deserves in a video, please leave the link there as well. There are lots of rooms for every different town hall that you could possibly want. So let's check it out as the funnel is again complete from the 3 o'clock side. In comes the wall wrecker, this time a freeze spell to keep the single target Inferno from taking down the wall wrecker, but it didn't work. The wall wrecker falls, jump spell, rage spell, ice golems, here come the goblins, and believe it or not, we're actually going to hold off Tuga from the 2-star here. So he focuses on saving this raid with a gajillion goblins and a beautifully timed Warden ability. They go after the Dark Elixir storage and then take down the Town Hall. So the Troll DE storage almost prevents Tuga from the victory, but he does grab the Town Hall, doesn't get the 50% for damage. Now, I'm not done yet with replays for Tuga. If you guys want, you can go ahead and fast forward to around 13, 14 minutes in the video, and that's where I will try the attack. But for me, I never got tired of these attacks. I enjoyed watching every single one that Tuga shared, and the cool thing was, so many different base designs, and Tuga managed to take them down every single time, and almost always a 2-star. And you'll notice it doesn't take long. There's a minute left in this attack, and Tuga's going to roll on in here with his 280 or so goblins. Now, of course, we realize that Tuga would have a really difficult time of this in Legend League, okay? And at this point, Tuga told me that he had not yet attacked or signed up for Legend League, had just gotten there, had the badge, but didn't actually attack in Legend League, and it looked like Tuga's base, not quite maxed out, would probably get wiped out pretty badly. And again, well, you'll see in just a moment, okay? I'll do the Legend League attack, and I will admit, of course, that Tuga's skill level on goblins is probably around a 10, and mine's probably around a 2, but we'll see if we can make it work. All right, so Tuga, again, look at the massive damage. This, not just an, oh, just barely scraping out a 1-star, or even a close 2-star. Tuga taking down well over 50% of this base with just goblins. Gotta love it. So much fun to watch. And 16 trophies again. If you're on the defending side of this, how does this feel? It's gotta be a strange feeling. One more time, an unusual base, kind of rushed, but it's got that core Town Hall again, which seems like it would be really hard for this type of attack to get to. Now, we've shown 13s, 11s, and here's a 12. So we've got Town Halls of all different shapes and sizes so far for Tuga, but you'll notice that the basic same strategy happens again and again. The heroes kind of all go in at one point, along with the wall wrecker. The goblins are designed to not only provide the funnel, but also to kind of tank. You'll notice that the goblins pull some of the damage off of the heroes and the wall wrecker, allowing the wall wrecker and the heroes to get a little bit further. And then it's actually the heroes in the mid portion of the attack that are providing the funnel for the goblins. They are working their way down the outside. Archer Queen goes right, Barb King goes left. So now, again, you're seeing this wedge, this knife driven into this base where the goblins really have nowhere else to go. You test at 12 o'clock with a few, make sure their pathing is dead on, and then sure enough, Rage, Clone, bowlers out of the CC, and the Town Hall easily goes down, and Tuga still has all of the hero abilities, and nearly 100 goblins have not yet been deployed, so guess what? That's right, folks, here we go again. You think it's a 1-star? You think it's a 2-star? How about Tuga tripling at Town Hall 12 with just goblins and heroes? This was probably the biggest surprise to me to see him take down a Town Hall 12 like this. I would love to see a 13 get tripled. It would have to be awfully rushed, I think, for it to actually work. But anyway, you've got a Legend League player getting 3 stars on bases that he finds in Titan. So it's pretty cool, even though it's not quite a Legend League 3-star. It is technically, if we get technical, a Legend League player 3-starring with goblins. So here it comes, the final building's just about to go down, practically swagging the Royal Champion's ability. And here it comes, final seconds, it's going to be that Town Hall, and you've got another 3-star from Tuga. And if you guys are ready, here we go. Galadon, taking the goblins to Legend League. So we went ahead and we trained goblins on my main account. So there we are, 280, and it's almost kind of a disturbing look as they swim around in the full camps right there. It looks kind of weird, like termites or something, but here we go. So one Legend League attack down, 97% 2-star for 31 trophies. And here we go. Gonna live attack, and guess what happens? That's right, we get that, oh, son of a parent base. This stinking ring, stupid town, I hate this. Gotta talk to Itsu about this, because you know he hates these bases too. But we're gonna give it a try and see if we can't get to the Town Hall. So same essential strategy, using the goblins on the outside to do a little bit of funneling, and then also trying to pull a little bit of damage from the heroes and the wall wrecker. So the goblins continue right here to work around the edges. Barb King. Here come the rest of the heroes going right down the middle, and more goblins. Got to watch out, of course, for splash damage, but check it out. Wall Wrecker through the second wall right here, on its way towards the town hall, and yes, of course, we have a jump spell. Wall Wrecker is going to go down right here, and this looks bad. I mean, I've got 2 more walls to get to this town hall. It doesn't seem like I have a chance, but look at the jump spell. That's right, the jump spell spans the final 2 walls, and as the units from the CC and my heroes complete the funnel, we've got the knife, the wedge, all the way straight to the town hall, and it is shortly going to become the closest resource building. So here we go. That's right, 200 goblins, 4-finger deployment, rolling into the town hall, a last-second rage spell, and no chance for this town hall. We got it. We got the star. The goblins, well, unfortunately, and this was obviously a rookie goblin attacker mistake. I used way too many. I mean, I used probably 100 more goblins than I needed to take down the town hall. So had I been a little bit more thrifty with my goblin deployment, we easily would have had enough goblins to grab the 2nd star for damage. Instead, I get left with a 49%, but it's a 49% 1-star, so I am happy, even though nobody is ever happy with 10 trophies in Legend League. That is it, you guys. I love it. I had a great time doing this. I hope you guys enjoy it and give it a try yourselves. Thank you, as always, for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. You are the true Gala fam, and I love and appreciate every single one of you every single day. So get out there, make the best of the rest of your day, be kind to people, animals, and play. I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more full text. I'm too fast.